Nation. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you guys doing this morning? This awesome and amazing uh, uh, Friday morning. Good morning. Good morning, Instagram followers. Good morning, Facebook. Family, friends, business partners. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you guys doing this morning? I apologize for starting a few minutes late. Why Mr. Lloyd want to wake up this morning and have a conversation with me? I'm like, look, this is not the morning to have a conversation. You should have told me. I would have woke up a little earlier and we could have talked this morning. But right now, I got to get ready for my call. Right? Y'all, I'm going to have this together Monday. Definitely, I'm going to have this together Monday because I want to be able to have my phone and my computer in the same spot. And I think I like this direction over here better, right? But I need to move some of this stuff around. So anyway, we're not going to worry about that. We're going to continue on with our day. We're not going to let it get in the way. Happy Friday, everybody. You made it. You woke up. If you woke up this morning, praise God and say amen. It is your birthday, okay? Because you woke up. And for those of you who this is their actual birthday, right? So today is the 11th of February. And Monday is Valentine's Day. For all you lovebirds, y'all see I hit my arm on a cabinet and got a little bruise. I bruise really easily. But anyway, Monday is Valentine's Day. So we'll be here. I'll be here working out with you guys on Monday, on Love Day, giving out some love and kisses to you, right? And so for those of you who had a birthday this week, happy birthday. Excuse me. For those of you who are celebrating a birthday this weekend, happy birthday. I hope you're having a great day. I only had a little bit of coffee left. I thought I brought it over here, but I guess I didn't. And then for those of you who have a birthday this weekend, who are celebrating, happy birthday to you. Just in case I don't get a chance to see you or talk to you this weekend, I hope you have an awesome, fabulous, and amazing, safe, healthy weekend, right? Because there's so much going on in the world, so much craziness going on in the world, so much crime. I want you guys to watch your back at all times, to stay off that phone, don't text and drive, stay off that phone and pay attention to your surroundings, watch out, see what's going on, see what you're doing, because sex trafficking is real, okay? And just pay attention because people are robbing, stealing, and killing people, right? And it's so sad, but we want to say a prayer for them too as well, to put it in their hearts to, not result to crime and to take someone's life or to even steal from someone, Today's word, and today we're going to go to happy hour. So I'm going to finally be able to take the angels in the office who had a birthday in January. I told you it's 3 of them that had a birthday in January, and we had to cancel it last Friday because of that little supposed to be freeze that we had here in Houston, Texas, that wasn't as bad as we thought, but again, better to be safe than sorry. So we canceled it, and then I'll be taking the ladies to happy hour today, and we're going to turn up, gonna have a good time and celebrate those angels. I'm gonna turn my music down some. Okay, so today's word, get ready for it. Today's word, okay, you know what? I didn't even say good morning to anybody this morning, did I? Good morning, Nona. Good morning, good morning. I was running a few minutes late and I just jumped on into it, right? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Your birthday is next Friday, Ricky? All right, next Friday is the 18th, right? No. Yes. It's the 18th because the 16th is my mom's 70th birthday. And I'm going to give her a 70th birthday party with her friends, her classmates, and family members. We're going to celebrate her. 70 is a blessing. I'm so blessed to have my mother. It definitely is a blessing. I don't know what it's like. When I tell people that have lost their parents, I don't know how it feels. Yes, I lost my father. And yes, it is devastating. But we really didn't have that type of relationship. We didn't really have the type of relationship that a daughter and a father should have. And so it's not that I don't wish that he was here, because it would be awesome if we could have built that relationship. But unfortunately, we were not able to. And so, but prayers and loves out to him. I love him dearly. He is my father, and I respect and love him even when he was here, right? Right or wrong, good or bad, you gotta love them, you gotta respect them. God says honor your parents, right? You have to honor your parents. So, back to what I was saying. Good morning. Good morning. So, Mr. Hot Tire, yes, your birthday is 2/18. Good morning. Good morning, T. Good morning. So, your birthday was January the 27th, T. Happy belated birthday. Good morning, Andrew or Andre. Or Andre, is that it? Andre? Good morning, Jessica. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Robin. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you guys for tuning in and supporting me always. I hope you guys are working out, because I am getting fine. Or like my husband say, finer, right? Kenny says I'm already fine, but I have to get finer. I want to tone, right? And so that's what this workout is all about. I hope you guys are going to be in Houston March 3rd. And the reason why I say March 3rd is in order for you to work out with us on Friday morning, then you're going to have to be here Thursday night, right? And so we'll be working out with DeMille Courts, right, out of Atlanta, Georgia, our very own. I'm having a moment now. Let me open this door. It's going to be 75 degrees here today in Houston, Texas. Right now it's probably a little cool, but I'm having that senior moment. But anyway, DeMille Courts is going to be working out with us next week, Monday. And maybe I should do the treadmill today. Maybe we should have some conversation. What y'all think? Y'all want to do the treadmill? Maybe I can do the walk and talk, right? But I really don't have anything to talk about, I don't think. But anyway, the event is next week. No, I'm sorry. March 4th and 5th is the actual event. But if you want to work out with us, right, on the 4th, which is Friday morning at 7 a.m., then you're going to have to be here on the 3rd, right? Okay, awesome and amazing. You're jogging. Hey, Shanita. Hey, girl. Are you going to be here in H-Town? 70 degrees in Tennessee? All right, y'all got some warm weather, huh? We sent some warm weather over there for you guys. Ray, happy belated birthday. Your birthday was on the 30th. Happy belated birthday. Hey, Jennifer. Hey. Okay, awesome. Hey, Joyce Lee. Let's walk and talk. You want to walk and talk? Okay, let's walk and talk. Joyce Lee says she want to walk and talk. Where we going? Let's see. I know I got something to talk about, right? Let me put my little phone over here by the treadmill. Y'all give me a second. We can walk and talk. I'm gonna read the daily word before we start talking. But let me move my boobs all in the camera. Let me move my my stand, my self-made TV stand around so you guys can see what we're going to walk and talk this morning. Let's see. I know I can find something to talk about, right? That ain't hard. That ain't hard. Today is Friday. It's been a long week. It's been a busy week. And you know what I want to talk about? Something just came across my mind, but you know what? I'm not going to, I don't know what happened. Oh, it's the wrong computer. I'm grabbing the wrong computer with the music. Look, this is the music. And this is the computer. I'm like, what happened, everybody? There we go. That was quick, right? So, see, all I had to do was change positions. But I'm going to read my daily word, and I'm sure once I read my daily word, it's going to give me something juicy to talk about. But if not, then I got something I can talk about. You know, it's always something you can talk about, right? So today's word, how's that? Is that good? All right. And I think the lighting is better over here too. Today's word is joy. Let's see. This is Friday, February the 11th. See? And today's word is joy. Now, my March daily word has already come in the mail. It came in the mail on yesterday. So what's today? Today is the 11th. So you see how quick it comes for the month, for the next month. It gets here really fast. So today's word is joy. I am filled with joy as I realize my divinity. Well, divine divinity. Joy fills my soul as I grow in the awareness of what it means to be a spiritual being. Let me say that again. Joy fills my soul as I grow in the awareness of what it means to be a spiritual being. I have grown in understanding as I have processed along my spiritual journey. At one time, I understood I had a spark of the divine in me, a part of me that contained the perfection of God. I now understand that I am fully divine, just as I am fully human. I find great joy in this realization, a freedom and boldness that inspires me in everything I do and encourages me to live my life fully and bravely. Joy is so much more than fleeting happiness. It is part of my divine inheritance in every essence of who I am. Everything God is, I am. I feel joyous as I express the goodness of God as only I can. And this comes from Psalms 92:4. For you, O Lord, have made me glad by your work. At the works of your hands, I sing of joy. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay, so what are we going to talk about this morning? Before we get started, and before I start walking on the treadmill, let me stretch. You know, my legs and arms are sore from the new exercises that we added on Wednesday. I really enjoyed that. I really like those new exercises that I added to my workout because it helps with building in my legs, in my arms, you know, my buttocks. Right now I have my waist cincher on, right? I got to work on it. See my little waist cincher? I got to work on it. But anyway, let me turn on my treadmill. Okay, there we go. And I did not get a chance to go yesterday to get my new cable box. I had planned on it, but I had a very busy day yesterday. I finally got a chance to get out and do a lot of things that I have not been able to do, right? I had to take my new dogs to get their shots. I had to drop some packages off. Remember I told you guys, I order online a lot, but guess what? I hate returning, right? I hate having to return things. And I usually just give them away, right? But I had some things that I needed to return of mine and Mr. Lloyd's. And so I did that on yesterday. Oh, I'm sorry. Instagram. I'm sorry. I was trying to fix the phone and bring it up a little bit and adjust it, and it slipped. Oh gosh, it's fine. Good morning. Good morning. It slipped right off the stand. But anyway, I had a lot of errands to run on yesterday, and so the doggies are doing good. They're little bitty dogs, and the thing about little bitty dogs is they can't get all of their shots at one time. They have to give them their shots one at a time, separate them, right? Stretch it out because their bodies are so tight, but they're so cute. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. So, like I said, I hope you guys are able to be here at the event because, of course, this event is going to be very exciting. We're going to come out with some new services as well as a new product. You're going to be so excited to hear about all the new things that we're getting ready to do and get involved in. And so I'm just excited because I want to learn new things too as well. And of course, these services that we're going to be adding, I'm not familiar with, right? One of them I am familiar with. I've never done it personally, but I do it for myself. Let me say that. And then the other one I'm not familiar with at all. Oh God, this little band got my arm looking bigger because of pushing everything up. But anyway, so that's going to be very exciting, right? And it's going to be very exciting to see everybody. That's the main thing, right? Because as humans, we love that human touch. We need that human touch. And I miss seeing everybody. Of course, I know that we can't, get together like we normally would, hugging and talking and things of that nature, but we're going to do the best that we can with what we can, right? We're going to make the best of it, but it's going to be so much fun. And the weather here is going to be nice, of course. It's always nice here. March is a great time of year. So we're going to have a lot of fun in H-Town. So I hope you guys are working out. And one of the things that I want to talk about is making decisions based on someone else's experience. Okay? Making decisions based on someone else's experience. I do not allow someone to tell me something about someone else. I don't care who it is. I am my own person, and I make my own decisions about people, right? I do not allow, now I do like that they may give me some information or give me a heads up, right? Something to expect, right? But let me say this. It depends on the information. Well, let me back up. It depends on the person who's given the information and the information. But I still like to make my own decision because, and this is why. Because how you perceive things, how you think about things, and how you handle things is totally different from maybe your spouse or your friends or your family members, right? And it's not to take away from how they perceive it because God made everybody different, right? Everybody has different situations, everybody has different circumstances, And so that is what's made them the person that they are today. So why would you allow someone else to tell you about something or someone without you going to see for yourself and making your own decision? Let me give you an example. My brother and his girlfriend had gone to this new chicken place, right, that just opened over here in our area. And they said it was horrible, right? And so, of course, my brother's, I wouldn't, he's not a person that I would consider a person who would have good suggestions on foods and restaurants and things of that nature, right? So he said that this place wasn't good, right? But when I talked to my girlfriend yesterday, she said it was good, right? She said it was real good. Now, this is a girlfriend of mine who eats out all the time, who is a restaurant connoisseur, right? And so when she told me that yesterday, I thought to myself, well, I was going to try it anyway, but my brother did tell me that it wasn't good. And this place just opened, right? So why would I even take her or his opinion and not go try it out myself and make my own determination, right? And that's what you should do too in business or in life. Do not allow people to talk you against someone that they don't know, against something that they don't know anything about, or something that they may not have been successful in, but you could be successful in. So let me break it on into business, right? Not just now, all the time. I mean, this is not the first time, but people discourage you from joining someone in a business, from joining a certain business. They call you, they talk bad or talk down on a business or on a person just because they may not have been successful in that business. And I don't think that's fair because everybody's situation is different. And a lot of times, people don't want to be accountable for why their business is not successful. They want to make excuses and they want to blame everybody else, but they don't want to look internally. You got me? So right now in this season of growing, right? Because right now we're growing. I hope that you guys are growing. And I'm not just talking about in Tava. I'm talking about in business, in life, in your home, in your relationships, your spirituality, everything. I pray that you are growing, that you are not the same person you were last year. Meaning, what, how many days ago was that? A month and 2 weeks ago? I pray that you have grown. It's so important to grow as a person because if not, then you're going to be still stuck in the mindset. You're going to be not ahead and closer to your dreams and your goals. In order for you to reach those dreams and those goals, you have to quit making excuses, right? For yourself not growing. It has nothing to do with the product or the opportunity. Because if the compensation plan hasn't changed, if the products haven't changed, then what's the problem, right? But what happens is, and what I noticed, is a lot of times in network marketing, and I'm going to speak about this because that's what I'm in right now, and I don't have much experience. Kitty and I experience started out in 2008, and actually December of 2008, so it was like the end of the month. And so, I forgot my train of thought. What was I getting ready to say? Whew. But anyway, so what was I getting ready to say? I know what I was talking about, but I forgot a point that I was getting ready to make. But anyway, my point to you is do not allow people to make decisions for you, right? So Of course, and I'm gonna give you an example. The reason why we left that first company is not because the products weren't good, right? Well, the problem is the compensation plan changed, right? And it didn't change for the good to benefit the people. And when you understand the compensation plan, then you would understand that, right? A lot of times people join businesses and they looking at the, the glitz and glamour and hoopla and all of that up there and all the people that are winning, right? And they're not really paying attention to really what's going on in the organization. Because if you really understand the compensation plan, then you would understand the different people that join the business, the different ranks, what it takes to get to those ranks, and what it takes to stay and achieve those ranks. Because you already know that in the business, once you receive a rank, you never lose that rank, right? But it's not about the rank that's important. It's the money that's associated with the rank that's important, right? And so when you decide to partner with someone in business, choose a realtor because you're going to buy a new home, go try at a restaurant, even a movie, right? Go see for yourself, because just because that person said the food is not good there or that movie wasn't good, well, it may be good to you, right? And you can't make a decision based on someone else's experience. You have to make a decision based on your own experience, because in that case, all of our lives would be different because we'd be listening to our mama, right? Or our daddy when they told us, don't do this, don't have sex before you get married. All these things that they tell you not to do, you would have done. But no, you needed your own experience. You went out there to see for yourself. And that's the same thing in business. Also, you have to be careful with people, or be careful hanging around people or listening to people that always bring negativity or talking about someone else, right? I don't care if what they said about the person is true. I don't sit around and have negative conversations about other people and other things. Yes, I do discuss negative things, don't get me wrong, I do. But I don't have these long, drawn-out conversations. I'm not sitting on the phone talking, gossiping with my girlfriends, talking about people. And I'm the type of person, when someone tells me something and they ask me not to say anything, I don't say anything. Because what happens is, if you repeat it to one person, especially the wrong person, or even if you tell the person that they were talking about, then that person is going to go back and say something, right? And now you can't be trusted with the information because you went out there and said something. But a lot of times you have to know who your friends are to not repeat certain things to them. Let me give you an example. I know what to say to my friends. I know what I can say and what I can't say, what I can repeat and what I cannot repeat, right? And I don't want to repeat something to a girlfriend of mine who may be very emotional, who gets upset and acts on her feelings, right? And then she goes out and do something crazy, and now she's in trouble or something horrible has happened, because a lot of times we think that we are repeating something that someone told us, and we think that is helping them, but it's not. You're not helping them. You're hurting them, especially if it's something that you know is going to hurt them. Because if it was you, think about it, it would hurt you, right? I always tell people, put yourself in that seat, right? And also, it ain't always about you, you just have to learn how to keep your mouth shut, right? And make your own decisions. Do not allow anybody to make a decision for you. This is a business. This ain't a Jack and Jill or Deltas or AKAs or Omegas and Q dogs. This ain't that. This is a business, right? And so if you're in this business to make money, or if you're in this business to make a lifestyle change, then that's what you need to be doing. The rest is sidebar, right? So another thing I want to talk about is not only that, because I will still go into making your own decision. A lot of times, people's decisions on what they do is selfless. They are selfish, not selfless. They need to be selfless, but they're selfish, right? And this is how you can tell when a person is selfish. Everything they talk about is me, my, I, what I did, what I'm doing, I. You know, there is no I in team. If you have a team, it's your team that has made you the leader that you are today. That's just like me and Kenny and I don't have a problem with talking about the companies that we used to be with. You know, they are awesome companies, right? We learned a lot. What did we talk about? That 80-20, right? If 20% was bad, 80% was great, then guess what? It's a win-win. Your time there, whatever you were supposed to learn there, whatever you were supposed to receive from that experience, you received it, and now it's time to move on. That's it. You don't get mad, you know, because one day Joe said, sometimes people have to push you into your destiny, right? Sometimes people do things wrong to you, right? That pushes you into your destiny. Give you an example. Kenny and I, when we were in TLC, had no idea that we were going to be owners of our own network marketing company, right? We had a great experience there. At the end, things went left, right? We had to make a decision based on our life, you know? I love my husband. His health was deteriorating. Actually, he had great health, but all the stress and strain of trying to get us together on one accord. And when I mean us, I mean people in the business. Because what happens is, when people start making money, they think they know everything. This is another thing too. Like when they're not making money, they listening to you, they are following you, they praising you. And the minute they start making money, now they don't want to listen to you no more. Now all of a sudden they know everything, right? And they want to tell you, and they want to disrespect you, right? Well, they didn't respect you from the get-go, right? I forgot the name of the book. I can't even think of it. But anyway, y'all need to read it. The laws. Somebody put it in the feed. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But either people work with you because they respect you, and a lot of times that too. They don't respect you. They say they do, but they don't. Right? A lot of times they envy you, or if you don't like their ideas, or if you don't understand where they're coming from, then all of a sudden you think you're better than them, and you don't know what you're talking about, right? But you are documented, right? And that's what's so crazy. It's different if we're talking about things that we're not documented in. We have been in the field, right? We have built organizations twice, in the first company and the third company, right? So we're not talking about what we think. We're talking about what we know, what we've done. And things that we're implementing here in Tapa is things that we've learned in those other businesses. Things that we did that maybe someone else in the organization has taught us, which they have. We've learned a lot from Stormy Wellington. That's my girl. You know, she's a great marketer. She's always on her grind. Now, I may not agree with some of the other stuff, but guess what? She's a hard worker. She takes care of her business. And I love her work ethics and her grind, right? And so that motivates us, right? Because we know that it can be done. When you start out with a person and that person has not, has what was I going to say, has grown, right? Now, let me say this. Who and what she is still who and what she is, right? That part don't change. See, people get it confused because just because you make money, that doesn't mean that it changes who you are mentally, right? And I'm not talking about her per se, I'm just talking about period. Because a lot of times people get confused and they start saying, oh, she got money now, she thinks she all this. She got money now, she thinks she all that. Well, guess what? I'm the same Chante I was when I was broke. I'm no different. Now, I can't say that for everybody else, but I am, right? Same girl, haven't changed, still a bargain shopper, real frugal a little bit with my money. You know, don't want to be spending my money on $5,000, $10,000 purses. But if y'all want to do that, that's fine. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. It's not right for me, though. Okay? I'm telling you about me. And so, it doesn't buy you class. You know, it doesn't buy you common sense because common sense ain't common. Right? I have to learn, even myself on a daily basis, I have to learn that just because I know how to do certain things, everybody's not like that. And sometimes I get frustrated. Why you don't know how to, what do you mean? That sounds stupid. Well, you don't know that? Guess what? Common sense is not common. You can't assume that people know everything that you know. Right? And so you just have to have patience with people and teach them. That's all you have to do, have patience with them and teach them. And make your own decisions, right? 80-20, even in a relationship. If 80% of the relationship was great, but the 20% was bad, then guess what? Take that 80%, go on, learn, grow from grow from the 20%, right? Don't do those things again, right? And grow. At some point in your life, you have to decide, what am I going to do? Am I going to keep making excuses? Because let me tell you something. And this is for these younger people, right? Because I'm 52, so I'm talking about the 40-year-olds, the 30-year-olds, the 20-year-olds. Because guess what? If you are blessed, you will get to be 52 like me, right? And so, with life comes experiences, right? And so, you have to think about your life. I had this discussion the other day. We talked about the young lady who, beautiful, 3 degrees, a lawyer, the one who jumped off the building in New York. And one of my girlfriends couldn't understand, you know, why would she do something like that, right? Well, she had a depression. She had a mental illness, a depression. You know, she wasn't thinking clearly. She wasn't thinking right? It doesn't matter how beautiful you are, how much money you have, right? If you have a mental illness, it's just a mental illness, right? And so the reason why I brought that up is because we were talking about how she had a problem with becoming 30, right? And a lot of people really was like, huh? Really? You know? But I can see that, right? Because society puts a lot on us women, right? And when I say 30, what I mean by that is, unlike men, our biological clocks start kicking in, right? And so a lot of times when you're approaching the 30 mark, now I'm not saying everybody thinks like this, but there are a lot of people who out there who do. And I too am one. Now I didn't think about it the way she may have thought about it. It wasn't depressing to me on that level, but I'm gonna be honest with you and tell you that I started thinking about it, right? Because at 27 years old, I had a job, I had my own condo that I was buying. I had a nice car, I didn't have any children, and I I did start thinking about marriage and children, you know. I started thinking about, okay, I've had fun, I've partied, I've traveled the world, you know. I have done a lot of things, right, that I'm happy about, and some things that I'm not happy about. But I want to be married, you know, and I want to have children. And so I started preparing my mind for that, right? I stopped just dating just to be dating or, you know. Of course, when I dated people, I didn't bring people around my family members. You know, this had to be my boyfriend. Like, this is my man, and then I would introduce you to my family members. Now, I may have gone on a date or two or messing around with you or whatever, but my friends knew about those people, right? Because I hang out with my friends, but I didn't bring those people home. You know, I didn't introduce those people to my family members. You know, that's another thing. We just want to bring everything home, everybody home. We want to put everybody on social media. This is my man for 2 weeks. Giving out the wrong signals, right? And so you have to be mindful of that. And I was. And so as I got older, by the time I got 30, I was still single. 31, still single. And what I started doing was, I was tired of showing up at events by myself. You know, I wanted to be with a mate, a significant other. But I didn't have one, right? So I just waited. And I wrote my list. And I said, God is going to send me the right person for me, right? And of course, I didn't meet that person until I was 35, right? But I still had a good time from 27 to 35. Actually, I had a good time from 17 to 35, right? Let's just be honest. And so, and I'm not ashamed of that, right? And so by the time, I think I talked about this with you guys before, by the time I met him and we decided to be serious and I wanted to start a family, it was too late for me, right? Because I was not producing. I did not have eggs, productive eggs, right? And so that is something that women have to deal with. So being a woman is pressure. They put a lot of pressure. Society puts a lot of pressure on women, right? Especially if you're a woman that wants to be married and wants to have kids. Now, a lot of times women say, oh, I don't want to be married. I don't want to have kids. Well, yes, they do. You know, they're just saying that because they've given up. You know, they're getting frustrated. You know, and they just say that because it's not happening for them, right? But I'm here to tell you that it can happen for you. Not trying to put nobody's business out there in the street, but I have a girlfriend who's 63 years old, the same age as Kenzie. And she just got engaged for the first, well, she's been engaged before, but she's never lived with a man. And she doesn't have any kids, and still don't have any kids, right? But she is getting ready to get married. She has found the love of her life at 63. Some of us think that life is over, or some of us think that, oh my God, it's going to take that long. You have to start feeding your mind positive thoughts, right? Quit being negative. Quit hanging around negative people. Quit hanging around the wrong people. Give you an example. You know, when you're growing up, you're hanging out with your girlfriends, and, you know, I'm the type of person, and I have always been the type of person, that I know who I am, right? Now, when you're young and you have friends that have been friends with you, and then when you grow up, then that's when you kind of, at 20, you kind of decide on what kind of person you're going to be, you know? And even really before that, right? But sometimes when you're younger, you don't know because you're not really out there in the world experiencing life, right? And so I had some friends that just wasn't the best of friends, you know? they weren't the best people to hang out with. And a lot of times you think, and even now, women think, oh, it doesn't matter. I'm an independent woman. It don't matter what the men think or the men do. It does matter. It does matter because we can't change men. Men, the years change, but the man and the woman haven't changed. Yes, we talked about this before. We're independent. We make more money. We got it going on. Okay, but where's that relationship? Where's that good wife or good husband to compliment you? Good boyfriend or girlfriend, fiance, whatever it is that you want in life that's going to compliment you and you guys are going to grow together. Now, you don't want to be married because some people don't want to be married, and that's okay. Some people don't want to be in a connected relationship, and that's okay. But I'm talking about for the ones who do. And so, once I got in my early 20s, a few of my friends, they was like, doing things that I really didn't do. But I didn't stop hanging around them, right? I'm gonna give you an example of what I'm talking about. I stopped hanging around them because I didn't think about you all who you associate with. Because when you're young, you're out having a good time. If you going out with your friends, that's your friend, and y'all grew up together. They like somebody you just met. Y'all grew up together, and y'all grew up, and maybe now she a hoe and you not. Excuse me for saying that, but you're still hanging out with her. You ain't thinking nothing of it. Well, guess what? Those guys that she's doing all these things with, they friends think the same thing about you because you hanging out with her. And it's true. But I didn't see it that way. I didn't see it that way, and I didn't realize it until later in life, right? I said, And I'm not saying it's right. Because I'm my own individual person. And remember earlier, I talked about when I started out the conversation about make your own decisions about business, about food, movies. Don't allow someone else to make a decision for you. But men's minds are small. Excuse me, I didn't mean to say that. I didn't mean to step on no toes or hurt no feelings. But it is what it is, and I'm just being honest. And not that you guys' minds are small, because I didn't mean it that way, but how you think, right? So you think that just because this girl is hanging out with this other girl, then they're both the same, right? Well, that's not necessarily so. And that's not necessarily true. So what I found was that may not be true, but that's how they think. And I can't change the way they think. I can't change. I don't have any control over the way they think. So I have to change what I'm doing, right? And that's what I did. And as I grew older, I realized that it really is true. And what happens is, the longer it takes for you to figure it out, the longer it's going to take for you to get to where you're trying to go. Because you're too busy trying to change it, right? That's just like in our relationship. Even right now. I have to learn, and I'm still learning right now, that I don't have to always be right, that when I tell him things and I think that he's not listening, he's being rebellious, but he is, whether it be my husband, whether it be my children, then I don't have to come back later and say, I told you, I have to just be patient and not always try to be right or try to change a person, right? Just change me. Just worry about me. Just worry about how I do things, how I perceive things, and try to have patience in the process, because it's not always what you want it to be at the beginning. But if you just be patient and stay true to who you are, then everything will work out great. I'm telling you, everything will work out great. Let me give you another example. And I'm going to talk about my husband. A lot of times, or just us, period, a lot of times, people, they know you're in business, not only your family members, your friends, and even the people in the business. They really don't realize, because you allow them in, right? Especially people in the field. We enjoy interacting with people in the field. We cannot establish a relationship with everybody in the business, right? But there are people that we end up establishing a relationship with. And it may be because they're the top earners, right? And so when you're the top earners in the business, you communicate with these people. You try to mold these people and talk to them, and then corporate staff, you usually have a relationship with them. And then you end up having a relationship with different people in the business because of different things that happen in the business that make you have this relationship. It's impossible for you to have a relationship with everybody, right? And so a lot of times, people forget that Kenny he is responsible for everybody in the business. Not only his own life, his wife, his children, right? But he's responsible to make sure everybody in Tava is successful. And so sometimes people get lost in the sauce because they reach out, they want Kenny to be their mentor, or they want me to be their mentor. And we really don't have the time to do those things because we just started a business, right? Our business is 2.5, not even 2.5 years. October 1st made 2 years. So what, October, November, December, January, February, right? So we're 16 months, well, really, not 16, 24, 30 months, right? 28 months in the business. Not even 3 years. It'll be 3 years this year. And so it takes 5 years for us to get Tava up and going and running so we can be able to do other things, right? I'm going to travel. I'm not going to wait 5 years to travel now. Let's get that understood. COVID is the only reason that has prevented me from traveling some of these places that I want to travel internationally. But anyway, back to what I was saying. And so it takes 5 years for you to really start seeing a benefit and a profit. Us, because we're ownership from the business, right? You guys are profiting, but for us to be able to profit, right? Because a lot of our profit we put back into the business to be able to do, more things, right? To come out with more services, to upgrade our marketing, maybe hire somebody to do different things, to make the business better. And so we have a lot going on, along with our personal business. Our life is not perfect, and we have things that's going on in our personal business, right? But you don't know that because we're not on social media, telling you about it, and we ain't shut our business down, right? Because we're still operating, we have to still run our business, whether we have life changes going on in our personal life or not, whether it be death, illness, we have those things going on too. And so people take advantage of the fact that everybody has their breaking point, and sometimes you can give, and people take, and they don't realize that you're human too, and things that they're missing out in their life, they're looking to the people in the business to fill those voids. And that's not fair. Because I'm not your mama, I'm not your daddy, I'm not your husband, I'm not your wife, I'm not your psychologist, I'm not your counselor, I'm not your doctor, I'm not your banker, I'm not any of those things. I'm just here with an opportunity for you to be able to make money, to be able to go out and afford all those things I just talked about. Okay? All of those things I just talked about. So if you call me, or if the Lord calls you, and I'm not able to call you back, don't take it personal. If, we focus on the event. We have so much on the line. Our life is on the line. We have to make this work. We don't have anything else, We have other investments that we're doing right now, but right now, our main focus and main goal is taco. And so we're here to help anybody and everybody, right? But we're not getting ready to, and I don't want to say waste my time or waste our time because that's not the right word, but we give our time a lot, and we can't get caught up in all the drama, confusion, and things that are going on in the field, right? And a lot of times it may seem like it in the background, but we have to support everybody in the business, good or bad. And so sometimes people take those things for granted. Sometimes people take those special relationships that they have with us for granted. And it's not fair. It's not fair to Kenny, and it's not fair to me because, again, we're only human. And guess what? We have our own personal lives. And so we have to think about those things. And we have to quit being so selfish and think about me, my, I, right? I'm looking at this clock. I've been walking for 40 minutes. What time is it? Yep, it's 8 o'clock. And I'm not going to, because you can start talking, girl and boys, and next thing you know, it is 2 hours like it was last Friday. Woo! I did it again last Friday. And you know why that keeps happening? Because first of all, the number one reason is this little stand must not be secure enough, right? Because when you wave at me and I touch, distractions, become distraction. You're right about that. And so when I touch, when you're waving and I touch it, the darn phone fell off. So I apologize for that, but I don't mean to be ranting and raving and going on and on, but that's what people, so what happens is, Vanessa, what you saying? So let's see. That's a reasonable expectation. It should be posturing ourselves to be more mature enough to pray and ask God. Let me tell you something. Hey, Dewana, good morning. People need to quit looking at people and look at God. Some of y'all say y'all know God, but I don't know. I don't know if you really do. Like, a lot of y'all say y'all have these prayer calls and, y'all walking around praising God and doing all of this and saying all these things, but are you really believing? And are you really doing the right thing? Not just believing and wanting things from God, right? But what about being a good person? Doing the right thing, not, robbing, stealing, killing, or doing things wrong, right? God is just not about giving you things, right? Are you praying for other people, and are you sincere about it, right? When I say things about people, all the video equipment, when I say things about people that are no longer with us, that left, that I've had a bad experience with, guess what? I still wish them success and I wish them well. And guess what? I'm not saying that just because you're listening, right? Because what people don't understand is that, and this, let me just say this and I'm gonna let y'all go. When you believe in God, and not only that, wait a minute, y'all. When you fear God, right? Because the only thing that I fear is God. When you fear God, then it doesn't matter what you do or what you say. God sees and hears all. So I can say whatever to you, right? And, do whatever, to make you think that I'm doing the right thing or to think I care about you. But God really knows how you feel. And so when you know God and you know that he sees you and he sees everything that you do and he knows how you truly feel, then you will realize, you know what? I need to change some things, But if you don't really fear God and you really don't believe, because if you really believe, then you know it's not about what you do. It's not about what you say. It's what you do. And it's the true feelings of your heart, right? How do you really feel? Like sometimes I get angry and I get pissed off and I may say some mean things, but God knows my true heart and he knows that I really don't mean that. I just may have said that because I was hurt or angry, right? And even right after I do it, I feel bad and I go and apologize, right? Because I know it's wrong, or maybe I hurt that person's feelings and I really didn't mean to do it, but I was just angry at the moment, right? Because we all human and we all do things. Now look, I'm not perfect, but what I can tell you is my heart is pure. And God knows that because he knows my heart. And so the things that I do and I say, I don't just say it because you guys are here listening. I live it and I believe it. You know what I mean? And I fear God. I don't fear you because I know that with the drop of a hat, God can change everything. And I don't mean financial, because if you had money before and you lost it, you can get it again. You can always make money, but you can't always have good health, and you can't always have sanity, your mind. You can't always hear, think, smell, breathe. Those things come from God. Making the money comes from God too, but you can go make that money if you have all these other things that I'm talking about, right? And so you have to have confidence, and you have to have your limbs, your arms. People do things without those things, but it's difficult, it's hard. And if you don't have the money to be able to afford to go see a psychologist, to go see a psychiatrist, to go to the doctor, to go to the therapist, then yes, it's those things, right? The money buys those things. But the rest of those things, money can't buy. And so you have to be pure here. You got to fear God. And you got to do the right thing when sometimes the right thing ain't right, And another thing is, a lot of times, I talk about this too, people love God. They fear God. They know the Bible back and forth, in and out, and they're praying and they're doing it, but they're not getting up and doing anything about it. God gives you the opportunities, but you're not out there doing it. You're making excuses, You believe in God, but you don't believe that those things that he says that you can have, you can have. You believe that somebody else can have it, but you don't believe that you can have it. And so you have to believe that what is in the Bible, you can possess too as well. Okay? Stop wanting it for other people and want it for yourself if that's really what you want. And it's okay if that's really what you want. Because we want things too. I want a beach house. Kenny wants a yacht. He wants a plane. And so I want those things too, right? But faith without works is dead. You can have all the faith in the world, but if you ain't out there working for it, how you gonna get it? You're sitting around waiting for somebody to give you something. How you gonna get it? What are you gonna do? Are you gonna serve people? Are you gonna serve people from the heart? Or are you giving to people because you want to say, well, I did this or I did that? That's another thing. People do stuff for you and they throw it back in your face and tell you what they did. Okay? That can't happen. So I'm going to go ahead and end this call because I see the gentleman pulling up now for to clean my trash can. I get my trash can cleaned once a month, and they pulling up right now, and I don't even have my trash can out. But I want to tell you guys, get ready. I hope you guys have been doing your tip for the day. Give me 1 second. Let me tell him. 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. Sorry about that, guys. I hate a dirty trash can, and I usually clean it out myself, right? But my girlfriend had this service where they come and they clean your garbage cans. I'm like, shoot, I need that because it would be stinky and nasty. Now, of course, I put my garbage in a garbage bag. But then, you have these men and these folks that they don't care. They just throw the stuff in the big garbage can, right? And so it gets nasty. And so I make sure that my garbage can is clean because I don't want the gnats and the flies and just it's stinky. So anyway, I hope to see you guys soon in Houston, Texas. I hope that you found this information that I gave you today really good, and I wasn't trying to hurt anybody's feelings or talk about anybody. I wasn't talking about anybody in particular. I was just talking about situations and things that go on in our lives every day that is going on in my life right now, right? And so yes, Joyce Lee, that is so true. You know what I'm saying? Once you start changing your life and you start doing the things and hanging around the type of people, and even when little things like and I'm not saying you in particular because I have no idea, but if you find yourself being unorganized and then you start being organized, right? If you find yourself, just little things, not really a clean person, okay? But now you're starting to clean up. Take baby steps, and don't be hard on yourself. This is your life, right? I'm not ashamed of anything that I've done, This is my life. When I die and I go and I meet my maker, he ain't gonna ask me what all of these other people did. He's gonna talk about what I did, how I handled things, what I did, He ain't gonna talk about what Kenny did, what my mama did, what my brother did, what my cousins and my aunts and uncles and all the people in the business and all my friends did that made me do what I did. No, he's gonna say, what did you do? How did you handle it? How did you receive it? It's all gonna be about me. And so that's how you have to think about it. We all live and learn. We've all made mistakes. Nobody's perfect. And a lot of times people think that what they're going through, they're the only person that's going through that. That's not true. And don't be ashamed, And it's not about you being down because everybody falls down, but it's about how many times you're going to get up, right? And so I hope to see everybody here in Houston, Texas in March. I'm excited to see you guys, to see your pretty faces, to see all you handsome and gorgeous women, okay? And so I'm going to go ahead and end this call. I hope you guys got a chance to work out. I'm sweating. I'm going to go ahead and get in my steam room. I've really been enjoying that. I'm trying to lose me 10 pounds. The steam room is good for my skin and my face and for my inner health. And so you guys go out and have a great weekend. Oh, that's right. It's Super Bowl weekend. Who having a Super Bowl party? Who partying this weekend, right? I'm going to have a few people over, not a lot of people, just a few family members and friends over, just very few, right? Because I'm having something big for my mother the following weekend, so I don't want to entertain on a big level. And you know how my friends are used to me always partying, but what they don't understand is I can't invite everybody to everything. I cannot. And so when I want something to be small, then it end up being real big because everybody start wanting to come. And so in order for me to, keep it on that level, then I can't invite everybody to everything. But I want y'all to have a good time. It's going to go down on Sunday. Guess what? I don't even know nothing about football. I don't even know who's playing in the Super Bowl. I just know it's going to be fun. I'm excited. I can't wait to see the halftime. That's what I like to see, the halftime. So I can't wait to see Dr. Dre and Snoop, and of course my girl Mary J. Blige, and Kendrick. Is it Kendrick Lamar? Yes. Can't wait to see it. So I hope you guys go out and have a great weekend. Today is Friday. Today is payday. Whoop, whoop, payday. And so I hope you guys are on the training tomorrow because training is so important, right? You got to get that training. And I will see you on Monday. I'll have a new tip. I hope you guys have the tip for this week. What was the tip for this week? Who knows? Who knows? I know you know. And the commercials. Yes, Nona, the commercials. Love, love, love the commercials. I'm excited about seeing that. But what is the tip? What was the tip? Does anybody know? Does anybody remember? I feel bad. I don't even remember. That's a shame. But I'm going to have a new tip for you on Monday. And then what I'm going to do is on Monday, I'm going to start from the beginning, the tip of the week. That's right. Read the labels. Thank you, Robin. Read the labels on the food, right? Less carbs, less sugar, more fiber. Less carbs, less sugar, more fiber, right? So on Monday, when I read the new tip, I'm going to start from the beginning, from the first week, second week, third week, fourth week, and then actually Monday is going to be the fifth week that we've been doing the tips, right, ladies and gentlemen? Okay, I'll see you guys later. I think I'm going to play the video for the event. How about that? Okay, see you guys on Monday. Hopefully you're going to be on the training tomorrow. Everybody needs to be on the training, right? Would you